Hi, my name is Dan Leidy with Leidy Automation. Today we're going to be assembling a 503 manifold with G3 electronics. First thing you want to do is you want to get everything out on your assembly table and take all the packaging out. So let's get started. There's a lot of things here. Okay. First thing we need to start with is our end plates. These are the end plates that are going to clamp the manifold together. And on these we have a 4mm socketed head cap screw holding them together. Okay. The very first step we need to do is attach the driver. This is either when we're utilizing a driver or when we have a 25-pin sub-D. We have to insert this female connector into the end plate so that the first manifold block can plug into it. The best thing to do here is to apply pressure to the ribbon cable so that you get a nice clean bend on those, and then carefully slide this guy in with the alligator, with the the clips until it's inserted completely. Then we carefully fold the ribbon connector, and with the gasket already under there, we can now screw it to the end plate. This takes 4 screws, socketed head cap screws. I believe this is a 2.5mm, and it appears to be so. Okay, so now you have your left end plate kit, and we're always viewing these as your the way you would view your cylinder ports. So this is your left end plate kit. It's holding the gasket. That's the main reason we're starting with this one first. And we can put this now in the vise. And with the 500 series, you have curved tops to them, so this is sometimes a little bit challenging. Hence the rubber grips here. But you want to get a nice firm grip on the unit so that you can then start mounting the manifolds. Okay. To mount the manifold blocks, you can see we've got the gasketed surface here. We've got our electrical connection, which is the edge technology. You don't have any more of the pins, it's just a tang. A male tang fits into the female. So we can look straight down through here and see that we're joining that up. Press that in. You've got 2 dowel pins to help locate, and with that, it's nice and easy on here. And we have 2 socketed head cap screws with lock washers coming in at an angle. And again, with a 4mm X wrench, we tighten those down. And you simply build up your manifold. And in this case, we have all the same manifold blocks, so it's relatively easy. And we can go along building these up. Okay, we got all the manifold blocks on here. Final thing is to put the right end cap on. Again, the exact same way. 1mm socketed head cap screws. And now we can take the unit out of the vise. So now we've got our end caps. We've got 8 2-station manifolds all lined up, ready to go. Again, in this situation, all of our manifold blocks are exactly the same. These are 2-station, quarter MPT with double C ports in them. And again, fortunate for our situation, all the valves are exactly the same. So we line up the valves on the manifold blocks, plug them in electrically, being certain not to force the pins down, but just get them aligned, and the valve will sit flush. If they don't, sometimes you may have to manipulate the connector inside to get it lined up. You do not want to push the pins. You will force them back up into the valve, and they will lose their seat. One of the keys in making this go fast in building a manifold or multiple manifolds is to do it in a batch process. You'll notice that we unpackage everything all at one time. We assembled all the manifold blocks all at one time. We put all the valves on all at one time, and then we fasten them down all at one time. It makes it go a lot faster. So now we've got our valve manifold with our driver board completely assembled, ready to go. So now we're going to begin to attach the Ethernet module. These Ethernet modules have a tongue and groove style, so we would simply line these up. We have the valve driver, and immediately following it, we would have the Ethernet node. The only difference possibly would be if we had a ARM, an automatic or auto recovery module. That would fit between the driver and the node. In this case, we don't have that, so we're simply going to connect these. We have our connector clips. They go either way. Doesn't matter the orientation. And these, again, can be challenging and you don't want to force them. Once they go flush like that, you can then begin to fasten them down with your screwdriver. So now we've got 4 modules that we're going to connect up. These are 8 digital input PMPs. And again, same way, we've got a dovetail. We slide these guys together. And on the end, in this case, we have a sub bus out. So we're going to actually be sub busing to another manifold at this point. And again, this is the electrical connection and a dovetail. It'll just fit directly on the end and squeeze down. So now we'll put our clips in. Okay, now we have a fully assembled manifold. In this case, you've got a very long manifold. You've got 16 stations. You've got your node and 4 electrical inputs. These are plastic, these are aluminum. You never want to be picking this up on the outside. The weight of it could potentially break something in the middle. What we like to do is support it by the valves. We'll take this now over to the test bench and we'll run it through the test.